Hello everyone, my name is Milind Agarwal. I am pursuing BTech in Civil Engineering from Dayalbagh Educational Institute, Agra. In this video, I am going to explain the assignment of tall building design given by Skyfi Lab. The problem is shown on the screen. It is a 23-story tall building with material properties as M40 concrete, and reinforcement provided is HYSD 500 and mild 250 rebar. The slab thickness is 150 mm and with cladding load of 0.2 kilonewton per meter. The dead load is fixed for all set of stories, that is 2 kilonewton per meter square, and a live load is different for different set of stories. For wind load, we have to consider the parameters in Bangalore. Now we'll open the ETAP software. We'll go to file with a new model. So and then use built-in settings with the display unit should be metric SI. The steel section database should be Indian. The steel design code, we have IS 800 2007. Concrete design code is IS 456 2000. We have to select these all codes, then click on OK. Now for the grid dimensions, in uniform grid spacing, the number of grid lines in X direction as shown in the figure is 4. The number of grid lines in Y direction is also 4. The spacing of grids in X direction is 6 meters. And similarly, the spacing of grids in Y direction is also 6 meters. Now, in story dimensions, the number of stories given in the assignment is 23. The typical story height and the bottom story height both are 3 meters. Now, as per the statement, we have many stories having similar properties. So we'll go to custom story data and then click on edit story data. As in the question, we have story 1 to 8 having same properties, then story 9 to 14 are also having same properties, and 15 to 19 and 20 to 23 having the same properties. So we will set story number 8 as the master story, as because story 1 to 8 are having the similar properties, and similarly we will select story 1 as story 8 similar to story 8, then story 3 also similar to 8, and so on. Similarly, story 9 to 14 are also having similar properties, so we will set story 14 as the master story, and story 9 having the properties of story 14. Next, we have story 15 to 19 having the similar properties, so we are assigning story 19 as the master story, and story 18 to 15 having the similar properties of story 19. So we select story 19 in all these stories. Similarly, we keep story 23 as the master story and story 22, 21, 20 as the story having similar properties to story 23. Now we'll click on OK. We have to select on grid only option, then we click on OK. So after clicking OK, we get the plan view and the 3D view of the building. Now we have to define the material properties. Click to add new material. In this we have to select India as the region, material type as concrete, standard Indian, and grade is M40. Now click on OK. Here click on OK. Now again add new material. Material type here now is T-bar, standard is Indian, and grade is HYSD grade 500. Click on OK. Again click on OK. Now again add new material. Material now also we have T-bar only. Grade we have to take now mild grade 250. Click OK. So we have defined the material properties. Now we have to define the section properties. In this we go first to frame sections. Now click on add new material, add new property. Here select concrete. First we'll define the columns. So give a property name is C500 by 500 first column size, and material is M40. Take depth is 500 specified, and width is 500. Now go to modify show rebar, select on column, take longitudinal bars of HYSD 500 and confinement bars as mild 250. Now click on OK. Click on OK again. As the properties are same for the different column size, so we can click on add copy of property. Give the property name as C550 by 550. Change depth is 550, width also 550. Click on modify show rebar. Here we have already selected column, and the longitudinal bars and confinement bars also already selected. So click on OK. Now click on OK. For third dimension, click on add copy of property again. Give the property name as 600 by 600. Material is M40 and depth is 600. Width is also 600. Click on OK. Now click on add new property. For click on auto select. Give the property name as column auto select. Here change it to concrete. Select all three sizes and click on add. Now click on OK. Now we have to give the beam dimensions. So add new properties, click on concrete. Give the property name as B500 by 300. Material here is M40. Depth is 500. Width is 300. Now click on modify show rebar. Select on beam. Change longitudinal bars as HYSD 500 and confinement bars as mild 250. Cover to longitudinal rebar, we have to give top bars as 25 mm and bottom bars also 25 mm. Click on OK. Now again click on OK. So now click on add copy of property. If the property name is 550 550 by 350, material is M40, depth is 550, and width is 350. Now click on OK. Again click on add copy of property. If the property name is P600 by 300 by 400, give the depth as 600, and width is 400. Now click on OK. Now for auto select we have to add new property. Click on auto select list. Here give beam to select name. Select on concrete. Now select all the 3 beams. Click on add. Now click on OK. So we have given the beam and column dimensions. Now click on OK. Now for giving slab dimensions, we have to go on section properties and then slab sections. Add new property. Give property name as slab 150. Select the slab material as M40 and give the thickness as 150 mm. Click on OK. So now we have given the dimensions of column, beams and slab. Now we'll draw beams, columns and slab. So go to draw option, click on draw beam, column, brace objects, and then click on quick draw columns. In this, select the property column auto select. Now go to story number 1. As story 1 to 8 are having similar properties, we have to select similar stories and then select the entire area. Now columns are drawn. Now for beams, go to draw option in this draw beam and click on quick draw beams column. In this you have to select beams auto select as the property. Select the entire area. Therefore our beams are also drawn. Now to draw slab, go to draw floor wall objects, click on quick draw floor wall plan. In this select slab 150 and select the entire area. So from 1 to 8 our beams, column and slabs are drawn. Now we'll draw columns, beams and slab for different set of stories. Now we'll go to story number 15. Now we'll draw column, beam and slab for this set also. Go to draw option. So we have drawn beams, column and slabs for all the stories. Now we'll assign dead load and live load. As the dead load is same for all the stories, here we will select all stories option and then we'll go to story number 1. Now click on different shells. Go to assign option. Then go to shell loads and click on uniform. Here load pattern should be dead. If load at 2 kN per meter square is specified, direction should be gravity and then click on apply. Click on OK. Now we'll assign live loads. As live load is different for different set of stories, we'll select here similar stories. Now we'll go to, now first we'll select the different shells. Go to assign and then click on shell loads and then uniform. Here select live load. Live load is 5 kN per meter square. Click on apply and then click on OK. So our dead load and live load are set for story number 1 to 8. Similarly, we'll assign the live load for different sets. Click on the shells. Go to assign, shell loads and then uniform. Load pattern should be live. Here the load is 4.5 kN per meter square. Click on apply and click on OK. Next set is story 15 to 19. Select the shells. Click on assign, shell loads and then uniform. Now the live load is 4 kN per meter square. Click on apply and then on OK. Next set is of story 20 to 23. Select on the shell. Go to assign, shell loads and then uniform. Load pattern should be live. Load should be specified as 3.5 kN per meter square. Click on apply and then click on OK. Now we have assigned all the dead loads and live loads. Now we'll assign the cladding load. So go to story number 1. Select the exterior beam. Now go to assign, click on frame loads and then click on distributed. Uniform load is 0.2 kN per meter. Click on apply, then click on OK. Similarly, we'll apply the cladding load for different set of stories. Make sure that the exterior beam is selected. Go to assign, then shell loads, then frame loads, and click on distributed. Load is 0.2 kN per meter. Click on apply and click on OK. For next set, select the exterior beam. Go to assign, frame loads and distributed. Click on apply and click on OK. So for next set, as there is no cladding load on the topmost layer, so we have to delete the existing load. So go to story number 23. As the stories are not mentioned in the bottom, so go on display and deform shifts. Click on one story. Now select the exterior beams. Go to assign, frame loads and distributed, and select on delete existing loads. Click on apply. Now the dead live and the cladding load has been applied to all the stories. Now we'll change the restraints of the base to fixed one. So go to base, select all the area, go to assign, joints and click on restraints, and then click on fixed. Click on apply and then click on OK. Now we'll draw the cladding. So go to draw option, click on auto draw cladding, on select use floors and click on OK. So the cladding has been drawn. Now we'll define wind load. Go to define, select on load patterns, give the name as wind. In this type, select wind load. In this we'll select the code for the wind load, that is IS 875 1987. Now click on add new load. So this load pattern has been created. Now click on modify lateral load. Now as per IS code 875 1987, the wind coefficients will be changed as per the conditions in Bangalore. The wind speed is 33, terrain category is 3, structure class is C, risk coefficient and topography is 1. Now click on OK. Now click on OK again. Select all stories. Now we'll assign wind load. Go to story 1, click on elevation view, click on A and then click on apply. OK. Select all the shells. Now go to assign, click on shell loads and then wind pressure coefficient. So from table 4 of IS 875, the wind pressure coefficient for windward side is 0.8. click on apply and then click on OK. So now go to elevation view for B. Click on apply. OK. Select all the shells. Go to assign and then wind pressure coefficient. Here also it is 0.8 for windward side. Click on apply, then click on OK. Similarly, we'll apply the wind loads for leeward side. So after applying the loads for wind, you can see in all stories that the loads are applied from all sides. You can check in any story. Now you can also view the extruded view. So click on extruded view toggle. Click on use extruded view for frame objects. As you can see, the extruded view is drawn in the 3D part. Now we'll analyze the building. Go to analyze, click on run analysis. It will take some time. Now the analysis is complete. For checking the displacement and the reaction on any joint, you can move the cursor to any joint and the displacement and reactions are given. We'll do design. Click on design, select on concrete frame design and then click on view revise preferences. Here select the design code as IS456 and then click on OK. Now again click on design. We have to start design check. It will take some time. As the analysis and design section says prefer for 705 concrete frames, we will do reiterate analysis for higher dimensions. Now click on yes. It will again start analyzing. Now again the analysis and design section is referred for one concrete frame. So we'll again click on yes for reiterate the analysis. Click on yes again. So now we'll go to concrete frame design and then click on verify all members passed. So a notification has come that all concrete frames passed the design check. Now click on OK. Now we can zoom the 3D view to see the reinforcement details of the different members. Now we'll go to detailing and then click on start detailing. So we can go to detailing option to see the different details of the reinforcement of columns and beams. On clicking on any column size, we can get a 3D rendered view. So you can see the rendered view of the column in this diagram. So to see the project report, we can go to reports and click on project report. So now you can see the project report of this assignment, having all the details of different members. So in this way, we have successfully completed the tall building design